Um, Good evening, everyone. Good evening, those within the country. Good morning to those in the Europe, in the West. Good morning. My name is James, and you're most welcome. Those who will be interested in joining my channel. My channel is Jim James 256, and this is a new channel which I've just created, and I thought of creating it just as to some few things, share things which are basically Christian views. Christian views. I'm very sure those that will be interested in watching this channel, they'll be able to go through, and you're allowed to comment, put your comment. There, I thought of having a live video, and this live video was share about my story of how I came to know God. I have been knowing God, of course. Most people will be outside there saying that, oh, I know God, I know God, I know God. But I think we must go much deep to know God, because knowing God doesn't stop knowing His name, calling Him God, talking about Him. But I think it's just that taking interest to go deep, um, to know Him more. And that's by understanding the Bible so much. What does the Bible talk about God? What does the Bible talk about our relationship with God? What does the Bible talk about our action towards God? What does the Bible say that we must do to be considered God's children? Well, I am still young. I am just like a child. I am like a child who is still looking for milk, so that he or she can benefit. Like we read the scripture in First Peter 2:2, which says that as born babies desire the pure milk of the world, that you may grow thereby. So I am also like that. I'm also like a baby. So I believe most of us, those interested in this live video, shall be able to shall be able to share his or her side. Please, if you find this video, like it, subscribe to my channel, and leave your comment behind what you say about somebody who gets to know God. I just came to realize that I needed God uh, during COVID 2019, and this didn't just come like that. It came in. I think it's a calling. Um, when COVID just came 2019 for us in Uganda, COVID came in 2020. So we were working, we were sent home. When we were sent home for a lockdown, I felt sick around around March, April. I felt sick for close to 5 months, close to three months, up to August. So it is within that time is when I realized that there was a call from God for me to start getting closer to Him. Well, I reached a point that I thought I was dying, and indeed, I did have any option. I went to all the hospitals. I tried myself, tried everything, but I think God needed me. God needed me, and I had to, possibly to try out all the arenas. But I think God was like, let him try all the hospital, let him try all the doctors, and I believe at one point you will think that I'm greater. And indeed, I didn't know that. So not until at the last point when I think I was exhausted, I was finished, I was tired, and I even thought that my time had come to an end on this earth. That's when my mom, who actually had believed in God, she's a prophet, one of the ministries, that ministries in my where I come from, down the up country in the village. She got a vision that somebody was telling her that tell your son to come back home. He will get rest. He will get hope from home. And that very morning when I woke up, when I was about to call mommy, say, mommy, no, I'm tired. I am really very sick. I can't do anything. I've tried. I can't do anything. What should I do? And says, you know what? Before you say anything, this is what I got in the dream. I got this and that. I got somebody. I got a vision that someone was telling me. Tell your son to come home. He or he will get rest from home. And indeed, I took that step. I got on a few belongings of mine that I had, my house. I got in the taxi. I traveled up home. Reaching home, uh, sorry, I may stop this live stream. I will get back to it. So when I reached home, of course, people saw my situation. It wasn't well. It was deteriorating. I wasn't eating for a long time. It was 2 months. I wasn't eating well. I was going small. I was really ailing. I was feeling a lot of pain all over my body. Of course, the post results that had been gotten after doing a checkup from the hospitals, diagnosis, they told me I had ulcers. In fact, they told me I had ulcers only from the hospitals that I tried from the city Kampala where I stay. Just to make you remind you that I'm making this live stream from Makerere University. It's Kampala. So the results were showing that I had ulcers, that I needed treatment, which I definitely did, and had drugs I taken, but I was not feeling any change from drugs I was taking. So when I reached home, I showed them all what I had been trying. So the following morning, I also went to another hospital in my village. I I indeed tried my best. They also did the thorough checkup. I told them do thorough checkup. They did the thorough checkup, which they which they also found more diseases. They told me you have ulcers. They told me you have brucellosis. They told me you have typhoid. I said okay, let's do treatment. We tried the treatment for 2 weeks. I was on treatment for 2 weeks, but I was not seeing change. It was just increasing. It was just the disease, the sickness was just improving. It wasn't reducing, so I was deteriorating. So after the 2 weeks, I said, "Oh man, why don't you take me to your God, the God you serve, and we will pray? I think maybe I will. Maybe if this is the way, or maybe if my time has come, I should do. I should go while trying to look for God." Indeed, I tried, and I went because it was COVID and churches were closed in Uganda. So we went to church. We tried. We tried. Yeah, we went to church. They prayed for me the first day, but I wasn't. I was not into it. I was just there like any other person enter into any house where you don't feel you are in somewhere. They prayed for me. I wasn't believing that maybe I will be better. So they prayed for me. The first day I came home, my mom told me, "You're going to be fine." you're going to be fine. So I was like, okay, mom, if it's that is the case. So um after two after 2 days, I started something that was starting to tell me that why don't you believe? Because she was telling me that you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Don't be worried. You'll be fine. The God that you're praying will make you better. So I started believing, like started getting some believe, like started reading the Bible, started believing, reading the Bible, say, hey, but look here. Jesus said, when you believe in the name of Jesus Christ, you will defeat everything in this world. I said, oh, why don't I believe this word? Why don't I believe what Jesus said? So I could start believing in such, started believing slowly, slowly, started believing slowly, slowly while praying, started believing slowly, slowly. After like 2, 3 weeks, uh, another person who had been sick of diabetes came home, almost died, and he was came home and started telling me, you know what, James, I was sick and I almost died, and I lost hope. But you see, your mom, when she came, when they brought for me, she prayed for me. She prayed for me. She 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 always kept on telling me, you'll be fine, you'll be fine. And I believed in their words. I believed in her words. And indeed, you see how I am. You see what I am now. I am okay, I am strong, and I'm doing well. Please believe when she tells you. God does not lie. His words come true. And he wants to prove people that he works. And proving people he works, he must do miracles so that people believe in him. So I said, oh God. One day I went to pray. I knelt down me alone in my house that I was trying to build in the village. I entered inside, I locked my house. I prayed while crying. I said, God, you made me. And you've spoken, you've said in many people. You've said even in the Bible that those who believe in me, those who believe in me shall defeat, shall defeat any problem, shall defeat sickness. In fact, Jesus said that those that believe, those that believe in me when without seeing me, they are blessed. They have the power to chase the sickness, defeat the diseases, and so on. Many things. Fight against the dark world, fight against the spirits of this world. I said, well, God, listen to me, hear me, answer my prayer. Indeed, God, God, in fact, from there, after like 2, 3 weeks, I started seeing my life changing. I started seeing my life getting energy. Now, from there, I put myself into God. I started believing God. I left even the drugs, the treatment that I was trying to take. I said, oh, God, I want to, I want to I want to, I want to, I want to know really that you're working. I'm not going to take these drugs. I'm not going to do anything. For you are the doctor of all doctors. You treat everything. Please, God, do this to me. Go ahead. Show the world. Show me really your God. Let me be healed. For if I die, I want to serve you. But when I'm alive, I will glorify your name. I will worship your name. I will thank you, Father. And so there on times goes on, time goes on, time goes on. I see my life changing. I see my life getting better. I see my life improving. I see my life, like people were wondering I was walking. And indeed, I want to tell you, those who saw me when I was sick could not believe up to now. People ask me how I managed to get back to my feet. And I want to say that was the grace of only God. Those who believe in the name of Jesus Christ know how big, how good that name Jesus Christ is. I was not ready to work to record this live video because I wasn't organized, but I felt I needed to do a preamble of how I went through how I am now into trying to search for God. Whoever comes across this video should like it, subscribe to this channel, and then leaves a comment behind. A comment which is motivating to those who will read. I played myself. I told you I'm still a young baby who is who's still fighting for milk. Like I said, that what is the scriptures? First Peter said, 2:2. Thank you so much. Bye.